By now, you're probably sick of hearing me do the same intro over and over, so I'm going to change it up a little bit and introduce Sam to start.
What up, y'all? I'm a country boy now.
It's been a couple weeks, but we're back with WWE 2004.
Right, 2004, much better time of my life.
You know,
28 years old, great.
it was a weak backlash. I mean, I guess we had too high of an expectation for Kevin Nash and Triple H, but
Yeah, speaking of Rick Turton, I should have been too. That's right. They had a 75.
yeah. But hopefully.
Let me ask you a question here. How into the skins are you, or do you not do that stuff?
I'm not really.
I recommend you going to the Great Dog software page and downloading Icicle's skin because they do numbers and letters. That's cool. Like, you know, B minus 65 or whatever.
Yeah, I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah. Easy. If I can do it, you can do it.
But I will say that we are looking forward to Judgment Day, just with the fact that we have matches like Brock Lesnar against The Undertaker, the best of 5 series with Benoit and Edge, and Jericho and Angle, all set for that show. So it's going to be a very interesting time on SmackDown, going to Judgment Day and following Judgment Day, heading to Great American Bash. Because Great American Bash would be SmackDown's next pay-per-view after Judgment Day. But instead of just looking ahead, let's jump right in and start booking heat. Because we're gonna have to book heat to get to the important stuff, which is Monday Night Raw. And since I don't remember the last time we actually booked Stevie Richards, even though it says April week 4, I don't remember that match.
Yeah, he boss booking T up good.
Yeah, I don't remember that match at all. I think they won, right? Yeah. You know what? Would it be fair to say that this feud is actually over?
Yeah. It's like dead over.
Yeah. So let's cut him and let's just have Maven speaks about winning the first Tough Enough and how everybody has brushed him off. Samoa Joe. Actually, Allison Danger. Against Jacqueline, because Allison Danger has actually yet to do anything on the main roster, so this would be a nice test for her before we try and put her on the A show. Heinrich. No, William Regal's back.
Oh, good. Okay, actually, read.
Huh?
That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
You want to just do pay-per-view highlights since this is the first show since the pay-per-view? Like a segment we pick.
Well, we can't do it because he doesn't plan.
Well, we just pick two random people and write it out as highlights of Backlash.
Okay, that works.
I mean, it is Heat, so who really cares?
Kind of think of it as a matter.
Yeah.
Steven Richards won that.
Yep, Stevie Richards won what I believe to be his second match of the year. Maven.
That's not bad.
Alrighty, maybe we should push Allison Danger back to developmental?
Yeah.
Or do you think that we keep her up a little longer and see if she gets more popular, and if more popularity gets her better?
I think we put her back. Why don't we bring her up? Is there a reason?
Not sure. I am not too sure. The only person I was disappointed with was Maven. Because he's still getting the same in-ring performance that he would get, that he got earlier, and, you know, I would think he's more popular, but so this continues a little bit longer. We go with that. HBK's back. This should probably end. I don't know how we started, but I think having the Dudleys put over America's Most Wanted after their match at the pay-per-view, Dudleys praise BMW for the effort last night and think they will one day. Well, I guess there's only one way to start the show, and that's with Evolution.
Yeah. Need to play basketball.
Evolution hypes up Randy and Triple H's wins from Sunday and ignores Sting. Booker T, Christian, and Maven. Booker wants a rematch with Christian, but Eric tells he's gotta earn it. And it's Maven against Booker T next week. Winner gets Christian for the IC title in 2 weeks. Sound good?
Yeah, no, I agree.
Now the only two feuds that I'm unsure about are Scott Steiner and Mark Henry and Shawn Michaels and Kane. Well, either I think it was actually kind of low when we ran that segment last week because I don't remember doing anything big. Well, we gotta maybe pick some matches to do. No, James Storm's a mid-carder. And Chris Harris is an upper mid-carder. I mean, a lower mid-carder. They're coming along. I didn't even notice. Well, how about a random opening match with Tatanka and Sylvain Grenier? Oh, that's right. A certain Rob Van... Damn. Shut up, Siri. Van Dam is back. For the first time since January. I'll put him. What about Bob Holly?
I guess. I mean, it's not awful.
Rob Van Dam wins, right?
Of course.
Of course.
That was above the card. Like, fuck, look at it. The only win was Christian, but Christian doing other shit. And we don't want to hurt him.
Exactly, he's Intercontinental Champ.
MVP's a mid-carder already?
Yep. You want to hold off William Regal coming back, or do you want to do it tonight, too?
That's interesting because it's two big returns. Let's hold off on it, I guess.
Okay.
You want to do like Renee Young reviews on in the ring?
Huh?
You want to do like Renee Young reviews on in the ring? Like, hey, everybody, welcome back. How's it feel?
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, that works. I mean,
you don't have Renee Young, but Kathy Kelly, Charlie Caruso, something like that.
Yeah, that's right. They were suspended.
Kathy Kelly hasn't been born yet, probably 2004.
Now, would you be against me running would you be against us running a sort of, mini feud with the Bashams and Rosie and, the Hurricane?
Nah, that'll work.
Tainted. How did I do this? I think it was a tainted distraction. Yeah. Because I did this in another season I have where I just had 2 tag teams randomly, one tag, I think Coach is on this show. Yeah. Coachman welcomes AD back and asks what he plans to do. What do you think of a squash tag team match for Rodney Mack and Rodney Mack and Mark Henry? Say it again?
I'd rather borrow from Developmental.
Oh.
Because those are our guys. Like right there, Andy Douglas. Or the Heartthrob. The Naturals. You have the Naturals?
Yeah, we have the Naturals.
Look at the Naturals. Yeah. So.
Let's just do it that way. Theodore Long, Chase, Andy, Rodney, and Mark Henry. And then we go here with Mark Henry, Rodney Mack, Chase Stevens, Andy Douglas. And for anybody watching, no, this is not the Naturals' debut. If anything, this is their tryout to see if they can come up eventually.
Yeah, basically.
In the near future, because I'm not going to make them an actual tag team, because what's the point if they're going back down again?
We'll see how they do. I mean, I say if they hit a 30 or above, we gotta bring them up.
Yeah.
But yeah, 30 is good.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Scott Steiner.
We'll just say if they have price slots. Like a final one.
Thuggin. Tag match.
You want to bring back Rich Steiner for one night and have Thuggin and Bucket versus the Steiners on pay-per-view?
We could do that, yeah. I mean, I feel like pushing Mark Henry and Rodney Mack may be more promising than pushing fucking Maven.
Yeah. We should have Heel and put him in that group.
What?
We should turn Maven heel and put him in that group.
Well, shows how much you pay attention to Maven. He already is a heel. It's down with Shawn Michaels to discuss Kane and his return. Oh yeah, I hate that stupid part. Okay, now we need a main event.
You know, it's funny, even the entire Raw was not even presenting Kevin Nash. And he was the main event of the pay-per-view.
Yeah. I mean, can you blame us? He didn't do very well at the pay-per-view.
That's true. We don't have Ric Flair or Sting. Let's have Sting. Oh, no, wait. We have a bit of room to put a Sting promo.
Only one way to find out.
I think we can put a Sting promo on there somewhere.
Yeah. You know what? Let's have Taunt, Sting, Flair, Hunter.
I know, let's look at our main event.
I have one in mind. How about Dave? What?
Sting versus Batista?
Yeah.
Are we going to put on pay-per-view? Is that going to be a pay-per-view main event?
Do you really think it can be a pay-per-view main event?
Pay-per-view match? Isn't Sting going to take on all of Evolution on the way to the
Yeah, but I think we were talking about like having a multi-man tag team match at the next pay-per-view. Or something like that. This way we can have Sting and Batista on this show and then Randy later on.
Yeah, we could do that.
I mean, plus, we could have a dusty finish to protect Batista.
Yeah, no, we could do that. That's fair. Because, yeah, we were going to have a protect.
But now the only question is, well, two questions. Sting's partners, because Scott Hall is in rehab.
Well, I really, really want Mick Foley to be there.
Right. I forgot about that. Alright.
I feel like Mick Foley's really impressed me at Backlash.
Yeah, me too.
What?
Me too.
Yeah. So, I say replace Scott Hall with Mick Foley. Foley versus Hunter main event of Raw, and then Evolution use up Foley in the show.
Well, do you want to have...
Evolution use up Foley, and then Sting to make the save.
Do you want to have, this? Triple H, Flair, Randy. Kevin Nash runs in and saves Sting.
Yeah, perfect. And then next week they can save Foley.
I mean, the only thing is we don't have to rush to it because the next Raw pay-per-view is not until week 2 in June.
You know, we should call Sting and Kevin Nash and Foley. We should call them.
Oh, Rob Van Dam could be their third partner. I mean, their fourth partner.
Oh yeah, you just keep that.
I mean, as long as he's good, there really isn't a reason why he can't be.
So I guess that is his
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, because HBK's with Kane, Scott Steiner's with Duggan and Buggins, so pretty much everybody's, you know,
Yeah, and RVD's not involved in anything.
relatively busy, and you know. But yeah, I mean, it's.
Yeah, RVD's not involved in anything. He just came back as a clean slate.
But it's going to be definitely interesting.
Yeah, it's crazy to see how we got there. We'll see how RVD does.
Well, we got to pull him because he's in rehab now.
Let's put Nick Patrick.
Yeah. You ready to? You ready to?
Yeah, hit that play button.
Hit the play button.
Hit that play button.
Wow. Yeah. A really good. A really good opening rating. For a random match, this actually didn't do that bad.
You know what we should do?
What?
More games.
I mean, it is Bad Blood, so I could probably find it in one of the one of the other databases.
That would be, yeah, let's do it. More games, main event.
Yeah, I think 1998 should have it. Oh, we got this one. That's good. 67. That's not terrible. Well, I mean, for America's Most Wanted, it's not bad.
Right. Rose get the 45, okay.
I mean, he's in a random feud with the Basham brothers. So you know, it's just to get them all on TV.
Just to get him some extra minutes.
Yeah, it's just to get them all on TV. That's pretty much all it is.
But he did decent in the match.
Oh yeah,
That's good.
yeah. Different way to get this feud going. I mean, keep this feud going since it is going on 5 months, and if we blow it off at Bad Blood, which I wouldn't be opposed to. I mean, 6 months is a lengthy feud for a title feud. Even though for the first 3 months of the feud, it wasn't a title feud.
Yeah, exactly. But you know, you're right. 73 and RVD got an 88?
No, an 80.
Oh, 80.
Yeah, just
well, pretty.
Oh, now the only question is...
Oh, he's clean.
He's clean.
He's got a really good promo.
There we go. I mean, it's also a really good promo because the coach was there.
Yeah.
Not as bad as I thought. Not as bad as I thought it would be, considering I let Chase Stevens and Andy Douglas talk and actually have time.
This would have been better with Scott Steiner instead of because the Naturals have no reason to be in. They're just jobbers.
Well, no, Teddy Long issued an open challenge, and
yeah, okay, that makes sense.
yeah, I mean, it should have been reversed where they were in the ring, but it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Mark Henry.
21 and 19 is pretty good. Like, that's good for them.
Yeah.
They can develop, so.
Yeah, that's it, yeah, exactly.
They didn't embarrass us.
No.
I mean, they didn't impress us either, but they didn't embarrass us.
Yeah, they got better than other people did.
Yeah.
Scotty helped the feud. Scotty saved the feud. Random women's match because, you know, I feel bad for them that they wouldn't be on the show otherwise. So I figured that they had to be on the show.
Yeah, we need them on the show. 95 for Sean and JR.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, a sit-down interview, you know, I mean, after what happened at Backlash with Sean coming back and helping Roddy Piper and Kane taking him out about a month ago at this point, because I think it was like the right after Mania or the week after Mania.
Yeah, it was about a month.
Yeah, so he's back, and I mean, you can't trust Kane being in a sit-down interview with JR. Nope. Sting, another solid,
On his way to the ring, he grabs a mic to promo.
Mm-hmm.
And then here comes Big Dave.
Ouch.
What is that bad? Dave got a 72.
Fair.
From a decent to get him over and give him the rub. Nice. I like that.
I like how they said it was a superb match.
I know, right? Won't that match ever be superb?
Yeah, I didn't know,
That's crazy. Seeing in a young Batista.
well, I don't know. I'm at a loss. Hey, traditional for Kevin Nash. Mid to high 70s.
Nice.
Building anticipation. And wow, I wasn't. I mean, I wasn't expecting as high a rating considering our lackluster main event. Yeah. But I'm kind of happy with it. I don't know about you. I mean, especially after how lackluster Backlash was.
Oh, that's good. It's really good. And then getting the whole 4 versus 4 thing going.
Yeah. But I mean, to those watching, it's like we mentioned at Backlash. I mean, the SmackDown feuds, they're like writing themselves because they're like, perfect combinations, Brock Lesnar and The Undertaker, Jericho and Angle, Benoit and Edge, with Cena then sliding himself into there once the best of 5 is over. The only iffy one on SmackDown is the tag team titles because of Road Dogg not knowing how to stay off the pills or whatever the fuck he's taking.
It takes some advice from RVD.
Yeah. But now, it's also the fact that, looking at Thuggin' and Buggin', looking at the Dudley Boys, looking at their feuds, most of them are in the very early stages of development as far as feuds are concerned, and the only one that actually was anywhere off the ground was Evolution and Randy Orton. Evolution and Sting. And with that being the case...
Because Sting didn't show up at Mania.
Huh?
That's still fairly new because Sting didn't show up at Mania.
Exactly. But that's the only one that's, not still getting its feet wet.
Yeah.
And then you have Joe and Val Venus in the background that is doing nothing other than being a random feud for Heat. But the point I'm getting across to everybody is that SmackDown's feuds are a little further ahead than Raw's feuds because we had to rush Raw's feuds. We had more time to develop SmackDown's feuds because SmackDown didn't have the first pay-per-view after WrestleMania. Raw did. So we had to move a little quicker with Raw's than we did SmackDown's, and that's probably why Backlash sucked. But Judgment Day, I have very, very high hopes for as far as that pay-per-view is concerned.
What's the next Raw show?
What?
The next Raw pay-per-view.
Bad Blood. It's the second week in June.
The second week of what?
The second week in June.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's good.
So we got about a month, I think a month and 2 weeks to build for that show.
Nice.
Give or take.
Wow. Yeah, war games. I like that. I like that. I like those. Good.
And we will be piecing things together as we go and slowly building to 4-on-4 at Bad Blood to try and see how that works out as opposed to what we did at the last pay-per-view, because even though it was a good idea having Kevin Nash and Triple H fight, we shouldn't have had that high of a hopes for Kevin Nash to actually get a good enough rating to be able to main event. But either way, it seems like we are more than willing to tell you War Games is set for Bad Blood. So if you like that match and you like how the build comes, you're not going to want to miss the next couple weeks, especially the next couple weeks for Raw. With that being said, if you like what we're doing and you're excited for Bad Blood and you're excited for the Raw side of things, leave a comment down below and let us know any feedback you might have, even if it is just, to how to get us to get more women on the show and more women involved.
Who do you think we should sign?
Who you think we should sign that we haven't already? Let us know down in the comment section below, because feedback is always more than welcome and appreciated. But if you don't want to leave a comment, you can always leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more content just like this that you can only find right here at Wrestling Express. And before you go, do not forget to ring that notification bell to always know when a new video is up on the channel. Till next time.